All right, here we are. We are live. We are in fact live.
Wow.
Jen is in fact here.
Hi.
here
It's really
together. Oh my
finally
gosh!
back
Like, can you
out
believe
here.
that together we are here after how much time has gone by? Don't answer that. A long time. A long time. All right. It's been a long time. We're here, guys, and we're ready to party. So I realize everyone's going to trickle in as they will. For the guys and girls viewing later on, we're going to try to make this interesting, keep this interesting. So give us about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes to let people trickle in. And we're going to go ahead and play a song for you. I have to play it off of this stupid channel.
Really?
Yeah, because like otherwise YouTube gets me in trouble if it's not like from a special website.
Oh wow.
I have to use Soundstripe.
Ah,
Like, because it's all copyrighted, protected, this and that. So if I don't use it from this special website, then they like get me in trouble. But it's okay. I'm used to being in trouble.
It's a consequence for everything.
You know what? Fuck it. Honestly, who cares? Let's put on some like Japanese music. Everybody
Asian
loves Japanese shit. Sounds of Asia. Desert dunes. I don't like that. Luck Dragon. Oh, dragon. Aren't you the year of the dragon?
Oh my
gosh.
Very exciting.
It's going to be her year, guys. All right. I like this one. Guys, give us 5 minutes. Listen to some music. Chill out. We'll be right back. And we're going to talk about some interesting topics tonight. You know what it is? Jen and I? Is that how you say it? Jen and I. We're going to talk some real shit. Stand by. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Take that. Take that. Take that. She's trying to get the underhooks, right? The other day she took me down the underhooks. There it is. Oh, good job. Good job. That deserves, I think you guys will agree, that deserves a Girl Scout.
Oh my god, maybe you want to give me the cookies for me before you can't have them.
This is legit. We drink Jen. Every time she gets a takedown, she gets a cookie. It's like legit how we do it. You like that?
Oh, cookies.
It's been doing really well. Yeah. So we were chilling last night, and we were at a party, and in the middle of the freaking party, we start grappling.
Outside.
She gets double undies on me, right? Well, bam! Right down on the freaking pavement. It was the rocks, rather. It was pretty fun. How was that? Good? Very good. Stand up. We're doing it again.
Oh my god, I was like, is he?
Try to get a photo shot. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
This is why I don't like doing
Hey,
this.
you know
like,
what?
it's so
Listen, guys, we're
nervous.
trying to train her to become an animal.
Oh my god.
Get the throat chop. Good. I'm gonna try to get a punch. Good. Good punch. Right, now when you get a takedown, get another cookie. Ready? Ready? Go for a cigarette.
I'm not doing it double. This is like death getting hard. You don't have to
Be down on the freaking hard shit.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like. Oh, you're ridiculous, babe.
Oh, yeah, good. Now, go for the ball. Right, straight posture. Yeah. Good job. All right, enough of this. Guys, I think you'll agree she deserves one more kick.
It's like ridiculous.
I know.
It's like positive reinforcement,
we got it.
I guess,
We got it.
right? All day.
Let's turn this music. I like this one.
It's
I feel like it's a good soundtrack.
It's very nice and calming.
I feel like we should do Muay Thai fighting with this.
No, it's not like.
That's the Muay Thai. It's like.
Yeah, but it's very slow.
It's peaceful. We're peaceful warriors here.
No, but I need to like. I don't want to listen to peace while I'm like.
You want to listen
Fighting.
to like Muay Thai music?
No. Not at all.
No.
No.
What kind of music do you like to listen to if you train? Like when you're training solo at the gym, what do you listen to?
Depends on my mood. Sometimes
Okay.
pop or
Wait, what?
Right.
Bop?
hip hop.
Oh, hip hop.
Mhm.
Sometimes I listen to
Yeah.
bop music.
Or my emo days.
What
sometimes
about
like rock.
Taylor Swift?
I like those.
I'm a
Swift
lion.
I don't like to listen to romantic girly songs at the gym.
Okay. So
Wouldn't
like
help me.
killer music,
I'm not.
hip hop.
Depends on what I'm doing. Yeah.
What up, gangsta?
Anything with like attitude and confidence.
Attitude.
Attitude.
Well, this
It's
one's
all
got
about-
plenty of attitude. Let me tell you something.
I beat up one of his friends today. It's
Long
good.
Knife says, "Welcome back.
Oh, hi. Thank
Pleasure
you.
to
Who
be
is
here,
it?
Long Knife. How are you, sir?
Long Knife. Oh.
I'm
okay.
assuming you're a sir because like 99.9% of my audience is a sir. So.
Probably.
So I don't know if you caught any of our training just now, but maybe we'll give you a sneak peek of Jen's doing fucking amazing. Let me tell you this. She was fighting a Marine today.
Yeah.
She got 2 subs.
I made him submit to 2 of them.
2 of them.
I don't train like I don't go to a class. I do.
You go to
I
my
just,
class.
Like I just train with him. I'll roll with him.
Yeah, so I've been doing in-person training with a lot of guys. We have 12 students right now. Total, right? 12, 13, something like that,
Yeah.
total. The group chat's getting larger and larger for our stuff. We're growing, thank God, you know. And I put her against a Marine today. And let me tell you something.
Talks so much shit.
She got this girl. She talks a lot of shit.
I
You guys
do talk a
both
lot
were
of
talking shit.
I do. I will talk shit because I'm like, all right, like, but that's what's fun with like men. Like I could like shoot my shit, right? It's like fun, but I could actually like back it up. I fucking humbled his ass today.
You
That
did
was
humble
nice.
him. You did.
It was fun.
You did.
It was a little fun. It was like I felt like a beast.
Yeah, no,
I will say,
she's
like-
on beast mode right now. Eric, bro, welcome. Aaron, Mac, bro, welcome. Like, welcome in, guys. So, what's my opinion on Coupons and tactical pants? Dude, they're great. So, like, as you guys, some of you guys have been with me for a long time. DJ, what's going on, bro?
Hi.
Some of you guys have been with me for a long time since I've been doing like travel safety stuff. When I travel, what I'm armed with, like, well, especially in Europe, is a freaking pen, dude. Like, that's what I carry with me, man. Like, I don't carry a knife. I don't carry like sometimes I'll have like maybe a small flashlight, but like a pen is like, damn, like this girl here, right? Don't stab me in the eye. But like this girl here, like knows how to do a pen. Like if I grab you and choke you, like what are you gonna do with the pen?
Yeah,
Right?
like, first
Boom,
fist,
and whoa, right into the
yeah.
eye or the throat. Like a lot of pressure points you can hit. Not that I'm a big fan of pressure points, but like, and coup batons are great too, man. Like obviously, like the police use batons. Like I was issued a baton when I was doing security. Like it's a cool instrument. I mean, if you know how to use it, right? Just like everything else, you study arnis or whatever. Like they're both great weapons. But at the pen, I really can't overemphasize the pen enough. Yeah,
It's
so that's my
manageable.
opinion.
It's easy. I love pens. Not for that purpose, but like in general.
So Aaron, the type of self-defense system I teach is it's kind of its own thing, to be honest. Like I've been doing it for 18 years. I've done a lot of different things within like the tactical training and all of that, but it's based on World War II combatives, highly based on World War II combatives. But the thing where I differ a lot from that is I got a lot of grappling in my system. I'm an MMA guy. I'm an amateur MMA fighter with no fights under my belt to speak of yet. I've done grappling competitions, but so MMA like really, really has changed the way that I think about fighting, right? Because I mean, there's a lot of grappling involved in fights. Like, if you look at any street fight, like, yeah, a lot of times it's hands, but a lot of the times it's clench them up and dump them up, and like you just grappling is so essential. And there wasn't much in the way of grappling in old World War II Fairburn combatives, right? You've got other guys. Pat O'Neill had some of it in his system, and then you look at like what the Marines were learning as far as judo goes. Like there was some grappling. They did wrestling, right? More so wrestling and judo. But anyway, to make a long story short, my system's highly based off of World War II combatives with the chin jabs, the eye gouges, stuff like that, weapons disarms. But we add a lot of modern stuff in there too that I don't think is talked about enough, like wrestling and things like that. So really, like what I think that we should talk about now is, oh my gosh, are you guys ready for like some shit talking?
Why?
Guys, I don't know,
I
like
shit talks all day today.
all day.
Like, yeah.
So all right, so when she was. Yeah, and I'm an amateur, bro. Like I'm training for my first cage fight. So like when I say I'm an amateur fighter, don't even like take me like that, dude. I'm training for I don't know if I want to do more than one. All right. Like I've been doing martial arts 18 years, right? So I want to have one, I want to win one cage fight and then probably honestly like call it quits as far as like fighting goes and just train. Like I'll spar, I'll do like, like a lot of sparring, MMA sparring, but I'm gonna win like one sanctioned cage fight and like call it quits, to be honest. Because my head, like
It's a
I
lot
forget
long
shit a lot,
time to be,
like I've been hit a
hitting the
lot.
head like constantly.
I'm
like,
37, dude.
good,
Like
yeah.
my dreams of going to the UFC are like far from ever happening. So, but yeah, no, I do love MMA. I train in MMA hard. I'm not one of those. Yeah, no, I never did, man, to be honest. I had a passion of going over to like dangerous countries and doing dangerous guy shit. But as far as cage fighting, dude, it's just something I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna do one, and if I win, maybe I'll do one more. I don't know, but I want to do one. Okay, and that's my goal right now. For me, I always set goals for myself, like for the martial arts. Before it was learn jujitsu proficiently, and like I wouldn't say that I'm a blue belt, right? So like I'm not like an expert in it. I want to get my black belt, but at first it was like learn jiu-jitsu enough that you could like go start doing MMA. And then it was like, oh, learn Muay Thai well enough that you could like do like spar well. And then it was like combine both of them in MMA, right? I've been doing Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu separately. And then it was like, well, learn how to wrestle and do it MMA. And now I want to do that well enough so that I could fight somebody and win in a cage. That's just I set goals for myself. This is my personal journey. Now, as far as like the teaching, the system that I teach, modern gutter fighting, that's totally separate. That's a lot about street fighting. It's a lot about like gouge them in the eye, bang them in the groin, no FOMO, if you know what I mean. And it's more about survival, very violent confrontation on the streets. And as Jen knows, like without naming any specific locations, we were in where I live in a separate part of town. And like we've gotten it. Jen's seen me. Jen and I have had to deal with some very potentially violent situations, and I've dealt with very violent situations in my time. And I want to make sure that like other people have the wisdom that I want to make sure that other people don't have to experience the hard knocks that I've had to go through.
It is not fun.
It's not fun.
I will tell you, it's not fun at all. I hate it. And it's like the thing though that I like. As much as I hate it, I'm also like, I genuinely feel like I'm more prepared, right? Like in like chaotic or stressful like situations where it's like, all right, now I feel threatened. My safety is threatened. And I'm like, okay, like I don't feel like a helpless young woman anymore, you know, or helpless woman, like not so young, like, but now it's like, it's much better. I feel like in control and like how to handle situations, de-escalate them too. Like that's like very important.
DJ, thank you for stopping by, man. It's good talking to you. We still got to do our geopolitical update with DJ. It's just we've been busy, but let's get on that, man. But yeah, it would be actually. So Tommy and I are YouTube friends. Obviously, like we respect each other's channels immensely. I have nothing but respect for the gentleman. He's an awesome dude, and I've had him on the RPAG podcast before. I would love at one point when I travel to the UK to get with Tommy and do some stuff with him. And we'll have to make that happen. That would be absolutely fantastic. As far as these other things, the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship, I don't know anything about that, to be honest. I should look into that.
What is it?
King of the Street in Eastern Europe. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, man. And then we got USDC Ultimate Self-Defense Championship.
Yeah.
Ultimate Self-Defense Championship. Yeah, we'll look into that. That'd be cool. Sounds cool.
Cool.
Yeah, no, but like you're absolutely right about like de-escalating.
Yeah, that's like always like the safest route. Like I'm very non-confrontational. I fucking hate confrontation. I hate it so much, and I will like do whatever it takes to avoid it. It's like,
oh, did you see that?
Always.
She's a fucking killer.
He loves to like provoke me, and I just like I hate it, but I also enjoy it.
She loves it.
Time.
She'll tell you.
There's a part of me that like loves it because it also like it makes me see that like I am like very powerful and in control too. Like I have to be worried. There's a part of me that's still like a scared girl, right? But I don't react very well. He threw a donut at me, guys, in bed. We were at a hotel and he fucking threw a donut. Guess what?
She got it.
I fucking caught that shit. This motherfucker thinks he could throw a donut at my head and I caught it.
Yeah, she lobbed it right back at me.
That's right.
Yeah. She didn't hit me, but she lobbed it right back at me. It was pretty cool. Her reactions were very well. Like she does great. And honestly, and we were saying like the Marine that she was fighting today didn't. Honestly, it was fun because like her and I grapple and we go to jiu-jitsu class sometimes, and she like dominated this dude, and it was fun to watch. And then you rolled with another girl today. Did you roll with her?
No, I did sweeps.
You were training with her. Okay. And then who else did you roll with today besides
the
Marine? Just the Marine?
Just Jacob. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. No names.
Yeah.
All right, well, she's doing very well. We were very proud of her over here. So
yeah, it's good.
So let's talk about something interesting. You guys like American politics?
Oh no.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was like,
what do you guys think about the state of affairs today? Because it's a dangerous world out there. And that's another reason why I've kept up with this channel is like, this channel is a smaller channel compared to some, but I think very relevant. And I think that with all the crazy stuff happening in the world right now, we should all be taking our self-defense, self-preservation skills very seriously. And I think that we should be training hard. Let me ask you guys a serious question here. Like Eric, Aaron, bro, how old are you guys? Like, and what's your backgrounds? I'm curious. While I'm waiting for that answer, I'm gonna let Jen talk to you guys for a second. Yeah, Jen, welcome back.
Hi, yes.
All right.
I finished my master's. So
she finished her math. We're so proud of her.
Yeah.
Talk to these guys a little bit about your self-defense journey.
Sure.
And when you met me, you were in your shell and you were frightened. And then as we start training over the past, 4 years?
Yeah.
Tell them about how far you've come. Like, tell them a little bit. I'm going to get a drink. You want something?
Just water. I had soda before, but like it was sugar-free, so it's fine. We like looked at like, I don't know, when I first met with like Will, I was very like anxious. I was also very scared because like I had some like PTSD with like my like other relationship. It was like rough like physically, so I just like was very scared of like men and all these things. Well, like helped me, and we would roll together and see like okay, like and do this, and like I like wasn't so nervous about letting this like beast that's like inside, like, because I've always like, you know, a little crazy, like, you know, Vietnamese, like daughter of refugee family. My father was a POW. Like, we like, I know good, like I have a good work ethic, right? So
And so when scoot over a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
When I met Jen, she was this scared little girl. Not
had
little
black
girl,
hair too.
scared. You know, she was scared of her own shadow. Right. So we got her training in street fight, self defense stuff,
Yeah.
and I taught her how to shoot, taught her how to use a knife, and the whole gamut, right? Or the whole OSS,
Tourniquets too,
everything,
like
everything.
Like
Emergency,
emergency situations,
medical stuff. We taught her how to drive, right? Like we taught her the whole spy kit and caboodle, right? The whole OSS training. And I hear what you're saying, Aaron. Like, dude, totally get it. And so I don't teach MMA. Like that's not my. I don't teach you guys MMA. If I do teach grappling, it's all street focused. It's all street fighting centric because I realize who my audience is. You guys, you would be watching Jeff Chan's channel or like some MMA fighter if that was your interest, right? You come here to learn combatives. I train MMA for my own personal like self development as a martial artist of 18 years. It's got nothing to do with what I teach on the channel. And I want everyone to realize that. Like maybe I should make that more clear on the channel. But I think that, when I do teach guys out there, I try to keep it, punch him in the groin, gouge his eyes, right? Filter him of the nose, like dirty shit that you can't do in MMA. We all know that MMA is fun. It's fun to watch. It's it's a hardcore sport. It's a sport
exciting.
though, right? It's a sport.
Is,
now, with that in mind, if you're a good MMA fighter, good luck to anybody attacking you on the street. But it takes a long time, right? What we're focused on here is fighting terrorists. We're fighting criminals.
More.
We're fighting whoever the bad guy is, right? Insert like whoever, right? That's who we want to defend ourselves and our family and our tribe from. And that's what we focus on here. Really, and it all harkens back to OSS, right? The precursor of CI, what Fairburn and Applegate and Sykes, what they were teaching is like what we focus on. Quick, dirty stuff to get away, right? Continue on with the mission. Like that's. And we used to teach, like I used to show on the channel driving stuff and like surveillance detection and like, like more OSS spy type shit. But I stopped doing that because number one, let me put it to you like this. You got to earn that stuff. Like you got to, in my opinion, you got to earn that stuff. But number two, really what I think needs to be taught and shown for everybody out there is like fighting. We need our young men and, frankly, all men to know how to use their self as a weapon better.
And women.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Can't forget the ladies out there.
Sorry.
Absolutely not. Phil, 37 from Australia, 23 years in martial arts, self-defense, combatives, first-degree black belt, and BJJ, bro. Right on, man. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. And you Australians are crazy mother flowers. Well, welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. And like we said, we talk a lot about BJJ and about MMA on here, but there's two types of guys out there. There's guys who want to learn really quick, dirty techniques, get away quick. And then there's guys who have been doing martial arts like for you, like 23 years, even way longer than me. And you're a freaking high level BJJ guy. You love the sport. You love martial arts. You love the culture, I'm sure. You love everything about martial arts. And guys who dedicate like most of their life and time to the arts, you guys like to get in the weeds about stuff like this, right? Like the flower sweep versus the scissor sweep versus, whatever. You get it, right? But a lot of guys out there really just want to learn, kick them in the groin and smash heads, right? So it's two different kind of things. But I think that what's not being talked about, and Phil, maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. I think what's not being talked about enough is let's combine the two, right? Let's make BJJ applicable in like an all-out fighting a freaking terrorist type of thing, right? Where we got eye gouges available to us, or we got dirty street fighting stuff. Because it's so separate, but it shouldn't be, right? It's all one. I think it's all one. To divide into regions, 3 devaluated currency. Romans slowly took silver out of coins. IS, no silver in coins since 64 digital fiat currency. Now we're getting into some topics. I don't know anything about that, to be honest, man. I mean, I know that like people are very nervous about cryptocurrency and about like people love gold and silver. I think it's great. I mean, buy gold, buy silver, right?
Yeah.
Don't trust the government. Definitely don't. Like they've proven one thing to us, right? Is that they shouldn't be trusted.
Yeah.
Like no matter what government we're talking about, pretty much. So
always gonna have a shutdown.
Yeah. I noticed that you currently teach gutter fighting, and within it does have kicking techniques like the side kick. Yeah, I mean, like, so the side kick is like Fairburn taught the side kick, and the way he taught the side kick is like, Jen, just stand up for me. Is kind of more like stand like right there, right? Like, he kind of taught like a lot of this stuff, right? Like kicking into the knee or whatever. I mean, side kicks are not my jam because I'm not really that flexible, right? Like,
yeah, to lift that leg, I was like, you gotta be like,
well, like Muay Thai is like there's a lot of like side kick, but like I don't like personally for me, and it's like whenever you're studying a system, like right, like it's gonna be whoever designed that system, it's gonna work for them, right? So like for my system, what and the Fairburn said the same thing is like don't kick above the hips, really, yeah, like, and I agree. I really do. For me, that works, and for most people, like that works. And we have to realize too that like when you're designing a street fighting system, it's not necessarily what works for you, but what will work for everybody. And not everybody is flexible enough to do these like head kicks, side kicks. Like
we spoke about today about size difference, even because I'm like so tiny, right? But look how long you are.
Right.
So not every technique will be applicable. You have to have another round to go.
And so what I find personally for kicks, right, is and I'm glad Jen's here so she can demonstrate this stuff.
A live demonstration.
So I like low kicks. Let's see if we can get enough coverage here. So I like low kicks, right? We're gonna kick to the shin. We're gonna stomp on the knees and the upper thigh here, the quads rather. You know, we're gonna do some kicking as far as like sweeps go, like with I won't take it down. But like we kick the leg out and we pull in for sweeps and stuff like that. And we do a lot of groin kicks, right? Here into the groin, just throw a groin kick at. Don't. Thank you. So that's what I like. You know, maybe some back kicks if we're getting fancy about it.
Fancy about that, yeah. I was not expecting that. Wow.
But and front kicks, obviously, like the push kick, the teep, push kick.
Yeah.
Give me a teep, right? So like a teep would be like here, right?
Oh, all the way up there.
Usually kind of more into the groin, bladder area, stomach area, and the teep is like more of like a keep them back, right? Keep them back, push them back. It's not necessarily like a finish them type of, but like I like that stuff, and I think that everybody can learn how to do a front kick. Everybody can learn how to do a groin kick. Everybody can learn how to kick someone in the knee.
Yeah, and you have like go to your gym and have like the boxing bag.
Yeah, and you can keep practicing on the boxing bag. So like that's for me. I think that from the students that I've had thus far, everybody can learn that stuff. You can learn how to kick someone in the shin and then poke them in the eye pretty easily. You can learn how to kick someone in the balls and like grab them up fairly easily.
Yeah,
it doesn't take a lot of underhooks. Doesn't take a lot of like skill or training. It just takes me showing you how to do it and then explaining a few nuances, and then you've got it right. And then when I see some of my students 6 months ago when they started, and to now, it's really cool because we've taught them front kicks, groin kicks, and really that's it, and maybe some shin stomps, and they've got it now. You don't have to tell them anything. You tell them, give me this combination, give me an eye gouge and a well, usually it's more like a groin kick and then an eye gouge and tie them up with a collar tie, right? Throw an elbow, and they can do it, and it's being programmed into their muscle memory. It's all about muscle memory.
It's very true.
I agree. Defense combatives, though is essential for men and women. I agree that sport art should combine with combatives because it would make the person's skill set much more versatile. Yeah, no, I knew you would get that, man.
Yeah. Having lots of skills is better than having
Absolutely. I think so. So, by the way, myself, Taekwondo in teens, 80s. U.S. Army was still teaching Fairburn-esque self-defense. Yeah, back then.
Mm.
Techniques in basic in 93 is more grappling based now, from what I can understand. Yep. Currently practicing Wu Tai Chi, a small frame style, and boxing drills to prevent Parkinson's, which is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, no, guys do that, and I think it's great. I know a couple of guys who do the
How
same
does
thing.
it prevent
So when you
Parkinson's?
do pad work with boxing,
Yeah.
it fires neurons in your brains and everything, and they've scientifically proven that it will prevent Parkinson's.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's also people I work with like patients with Parkinson's.
Well, that's great. You should maybe even do some pad work with them.
Yeah.
Also, as for kicks, punches, elbows, chin jabs, etc., I think each person needs to be exposed in the all, and in time you will develop your own combative toolbox, no different to developing your own game in BJJ. Yeah, no, and that's what I agree, man. That's what I always say is, like, for me, what works for me is different than what works for Jen, right?
Yeah.
We have height difference, we have a weight difference.
And what I'm comfortable, what I'm good at, right? There's
Right.
certain things, like, I'm not good at, like, the sweep, like, getting over, being over, but I'm good at, like, I don't know, other things, like being close, I guess, like, like,
you've definitely got things that you're good at and things that you can work more on, right? We all do. And like, that's why, like, if you want to learn a self-defense system, right? You want to learn one single self-defense system. Cool. Like, it's way better than learning no self-defense system. But like I was saying about, like, martial arts, like Bruce Lee's, well, I mean, it goes way back to even like the Five Rings. Was it Yagami? I always want to call him fucking something else. Book of the Five Rings was, somebody help me out here. Anyway, I always space on the dude's name.
Really?
Musashi, Maito Musashi, right? And he even said, like, study all of the arts, right? You have to study everything, and then you will, like, start programming your own. Like, you will become a very competent fighter by being exposed to, like, everything. Study everything.
You'll be surprised at how much, like, you will learn, and like the skills that you are like develop, like, even like through grad school. Within 2 years, like, I became a different person. He told me, it's like you're savage now. I was like, yes, I am savage.
Well, you did really well in grad school. I'm very proud of you.
I did what I had to do, and I'm done. So
everyone tell Jen congratulations. She's just graduated from her master's degree in speech language pathology, and we're very proud of her. Very proud of her.
Very good. But that's why everything else is easier now. Like, once you have, like, a very, like, tough time to do things, it makes it easier. You drill, you practice. Even, like, with rolling, like, I don't get, like, freaked out when I'm getting, like, choked.
Yeah, she's a lot calmer now on the mats.
Yeah, you were worried about me.
Phil and Eric both said congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think that deserves a cookie for Jen.
I worked out hard.
She did. She burned a lot of calories. I bought a box of Girl Scout cookies, and we're slowly rewarding Jen with Thin Mints over here. It's quite an awesome, actually, way of doing it.
Very happy about it.
She loves them. Thin Mints. I like them too, but so I'm letting her eat more than me because I'm supposed to be on a diet. All right, go ahead, Phil. Like, ask away, sir. Like, we're all family here. Fuck it, why not? I have a question for Jen too, frankly speaking. How did you get so beautiful?
Oh, stop it! Just born.
Stops my heart every time I look at her. Really
stop.
Does. It does.
Stop.
Needs freaking paramedics to come.
I will say, I do notice when men look at me. I always appreciate it.
Well, then they always look at you.
Yeah.
Do that. I need some gutter fighting. All right, because gotta fight these guys off.
Please, I'm your bodyguard. Like, he acts like he's my protector, but I'm really his.
You know what? I was saying to the guys today, like, oh, this is my body. I'm training her to fight so that I don't have to. Like, so Phil wants to know, is doing BJJ help with overcoming the uncomfortable feeling of people being in extreme close quarters, aka your personal space? Good question.
Like, in the grappling situation, yes. Like, I don't really panic as much physical, but like in a public situation, like, let's just say I'm in an elevator. I always hate being in elevators with other people because, like, I don't know that person. God forbid anything happens. If they want to attack me and I have to fight, like, I don't want that. I don't like confrontation. So, like, it doesn't take away the uncomfortability of it, right? That aspect is still there. It's more, I know what to do when that occurs, and I'll just deal with it. I will deal with it when I have to deal with it, right? But it's like the uncomfortability, like I'm just aware.
But do you think that being in close proximity to a stranger, like obviously that's very uncomfortable for people, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like when you start rolling, you get that sensitivity to like being in close quarters with somebody. It goes down a little bit, right?
Yeah. And I also like, I just know, like, I am always like used to you being close, and I'll like always like flinch if you like try to go at me. So
Well, yeah, but so like also I've noticed with a lot of newcomers to BJJ, when we first start rolling, right? Like it's very awkward. Like it's very like whether it's a guy, but especially with a girl. Like so when you roll with other men, I've seen you before you were terrified of it, right? But now, like I wouldn't say terrified, but you are now used to
nervous. Yeah,
you are now used to manhandling a man.
Yeah,
on the mat.
I don't mind like throwing down with a man. This Marine, the second time around, because he lost the first one, decided to charge at me, and I'm like, oh no, because I'm better at like the takedowns. I was like, instead of being aggressive, that's where I lack my skill. Like I'm not aggressive at all, but like defensive, I am like something fight or flight goes on off inside me, and I will fight. Like I just like have that, but. Definitely like men, I'm not nervous because it's like I used to be afraid that like they would hurt me, and then now I'm like I can hurt you, so it's not like as fearful, right? Like so I can walk in with confidence, right? I know a man can still kill me, like I get that. I was like I'm still like a small and they will like hurt me, but I will still put up a fighting chance, right? Like if you're gonna target me, it's gonna be a hard fucking target. I'm gonna make it like really difficult for you to hurt me.
Well put, and thanks for the question, Phil. And you know, I mean, like. I guess what I would be curious from your aspect as well, man, is like obviously you teach a lot of women is, you know, like you said, Jen, you're aware that you're a girl, right? You're aware of the size difference and everything else, but the confidence that you've gotten.
Correct.
From actually like sparring with like killers, right?
Men, like men who are bigger than me or who are like stronger than me, you know, like they will like, especially you. God,
I love seeing the confidence of my students grow. You know, I go out with some of my students sometimes, and there was one guy, and he kept coming to the classes, right? Never any hand-to-hand combat experience. Computer guy, right? So you know, you take that for what it is. And after a couple of classes, you know, we were throwing him around like a rag doll, frankly, but in a very polite way. But he started getting the confidence, right? He started getting the confidence, and then you could see him walk around like in the bars and the clubs, like he was swaggering a bit. Like women started taking notice of him. It was amazing.
Yes.
And I really love seeing that, and I love to see new guys. Usually it's guys, but girls too. New guys come, and just within a number of classes, they start developing that confidence. Like, oh, if anything really happened, like I could potentially handle myself. I don't have to be afraid.
I don't have to be so worried. Like, you know what? Like, you want to throw down? Let's go. It's not my first fucking round. Like,
Terminator's in the house, by the way.
Oh my God, hi Terminator.
I haven't seen you in a while, man. Yeah. Well, we haven't done a live in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been busy.
Yes, so have I. So. But you know what? It's the funny thing about it is about confidence, the martial arts, and all of that stuff. It's like anybody can learn it, but not everybody wants to. Like everyone on this channel, especially everyone in this room, like we're all warriors, right? We're all fighters. We know, right? And we get surprised when we say, "Well, who doesn't want to train martial arts?" Like it's freaking awesome, but a lot of people don't.
It's like it's intimidating. So like people like you really have to like push yourself, and I think it's also you have to look at yourself for where you're really at. Right? Like you might need to do a little more cardio. You might like not be in that great of shape that you think you are. Would you be able to win a fight if it was life or death? Like maybe not, you know? So I think like having to look at yourself for like where you are and then wanting to get better is like, it's a good skill to learn, you know?
I agree 100%, you know, and I think they should teach it in schools, frankly. I think the young men and, you know, also the young women would be different individuals if they did.
It'll probably be more safer, right? People are very timid. They don't like to speak out against things. They will just turn their head, right? Or hide their head in the sand. Cowardly. Yeah. you know, but instead, like, it teaches you confidence where it's like, okay, like, there are bad guys out there, but you know what? There's a lot of good people out there too who can still be powerful. Like, you can still fight against the bad guys. It's okay.
It's okay to fight.
Yeah,
if you have
fine. If you have to, like, nobody wants to get into a fight, but once it's like accepted, like what's going to happen, what you have to do, it's fine. It's okay. As long as you train, though. I told him it was like riding a bike. We were like, you know, because I was nervous, like I haven't done it in a while. So I'm like, all right, let's see how I do. I did fucking fantastic.
We're very proud of you.
Yeah.
We're so proud of Jen.
Yeah.
She's doing so. She crushed it right now.
My workouts are good though. My gym workouts are better now.
And you think that the cardio you get from doing your gym workouts probably helps you a little bit in grappling too, right?
I do cardio and core every single workout. Like some days, just like core. Core is something I really like.
Do you think that the cardio you do in the gym prepares you for fighting, or do you think that it's separate cardio?
I think it does the cardio that I do for weights when I like lift weights, like superset type of thing, where it's like that, and I don't give myself a break, and I'm just like, with like breathing and like.
Do you think supersetting with weights and very little rest in between sets helps you more for fighting?
It does.
Okay.
It does, because my endurance is like, it teaches you endurance, right? Like you really have to like continue to push through and say more, even though it's heavy, you're breathing hard, like you have to learn to control those like bodily functions.
I agree. I like doing that too. I do. When I lift weights, I don't go super heavy because I'm not trying to like body build, but like I like to go. I don't take a lot of rest in between sets, and I find that does help.
Yeah, I like it.
And so, Phil, like honestly, I had the same problem too, man. And I wouldn't say that I cleared it completely, but like the aggression in BJJ and even MMA, frankly, too, like striking. I for a long time, all through white belt, certainly, I was never aggressive enough, and it wasn't kind of until I really started getting aggressive about it, more recently, honestly, that I started training the MMA stuff. I really got really aggressive with it. Like I don't want to hurt anybody because I'm a nice guy, but I want to win, right? And it's like, so when your coach told you being aggressive isn't always emotional, like I think it's a brilliant thing to say to somebody, right? Like we need to be aggressive, especially against somebody with a higher skill level than us. Because I think also like, depending on what kind of gym you go to, and especially if there's a lot of lower belts in that gym. Now I say lower belts, I'm a blue belt, right? But if there's a lot of white belts who like don't have a lot of wrestling experience or something like that, like you want to dominate, but there's a time and a place, right? You can't just ragdoll everybody all the time. And I notice I've talked to higher belts about this, brown belts, black belts, where they say like they can't even get really a good workout because their skill level is so high that it's like boom, boom, bang, I got you. But no, the aggression is really important in fighting. And I always say, like, I always have a saying for guys, newer guys who come train with me is, hey, like aggression will win a fight. Like aggression wins, right? But it's funny because I think especially guys that have been training martial arts for a while, or guys that are just nice like me, and I'm assuming you are, we don't want to hurt nobody, right? And like that hindered me for a long time too. I totally get what you're saying about that. It makes actually complete sense. But I also agree that like once you are able to get aggressive with it, and that doesn't mean like you say, aggressive doesn't mean like emotionally uncontrolled like technique. It just means aggression. Yeah, calculated. I think that's fucking brilliant, to be honest. Which made the penny drop with what a combatives coach taught me in the past about controlled aggression. Right, and I think that's perfect, man. Is like controlled aggression, and definitely follow up on that thread, man. I want to talk more about that. There is a new Bruce Lee movie in the works, along with a new Snake
movie. Is this
Snake Plissken movie?
Oh,
I don't know Snake Plissken personally.
I don't know. Yeah,
but that's pretty cool. There's a new Bruce Lee movie coming out. Like what are they do going like AI Bruce Lee or something?
Oh,
or is it probably maybe like about his life or Jeet Kune Do or something like that? Probably. Maybe that'd be cool. That'd be fucking cool.
Maybe we can uplift some people, and maybe they'll want to train.
Yeah, absolutely. The more the better, honestly. Like I really do think that everyone should train. Look, in China right now, they're training freaking combatives, like, and we're sitting over here talking about genders and pronouns and shit. Like, come on, get out of here.
Well, they do. Well, that's when where it's like first world problem, right? Like where it's
Yeah.
just like to teach like tough people, or like you need to have grit, right? And that is something very important to have in order to be like successful in life. Like you need to be able to have that, but you can't have that if everything is given to you. You need to figure out how to get it still. When you were denied, you need to figure it out.
I love that. I love an underdog story.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all had situations in life where like you're denied, and then one day you just persevere. You just keep fucking pushing. Whether it's
and
like
it works.
asking a girl on a date and like finally you get her on a date and everything, the love, romance bullshit, like Hollywood story happens, or like whatever, right? Like
you lose weight, you finally get to your goal, like
I love that.
Yeah. It's nice. It sees where it's like hard work does pay off. It may not come right away. Nothing ever like great comes, but like probably working on myself for like 10 years.
Yeah. And look at her
like
now.
Best shape I've ever been in my life.
Beautiful.
Mentally, physically.
Absolutely
like,
stunning. And just a killer.
Yeah.
Mentally as well as physically. Like, go get her. Which is I love to see it. And bro, don't even get me started about Australia, bro. You guys are so fucked over there, frankly. Like you guys are so like the New World Order's got a hold of you guys by the balls, dude. Like us too, frankly. But like, let me tell you something about Australian women, dude. They're really bossy.
Are they really?
They are like more manly than American women. It's weird.
Really?
But that never used to be the case.
Stop it. Yeah, I thought Sydney women were.
And when I was over in Thailand and Vietnam at the fight camps, there was a couple of Australian girls there, and we were like, everyone, all the guys were like, wow, like get away from me, like.
Oh yeah, they didn't want to.
And then we didn't want anything to do with them. Like they were just so. And like I met a couple of others through my travels. Like we were hanging out with some Australian girls. Mm-hmm. We did not like them.
Really?
They were so bossy and like so like manly. They were just like acting like men. And we were like, get away, like.
Really?
We went and hanged out with the German girls instead.
Yeah.
You know? They were like more feminine, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know, German feminine. Like that's not really. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're putting in your food over there, but.
Interesting.
Duds. I don't know what that means. We got duds there, mate. I'm not sure. Yes. That's like an Australian slang that we don't understand here.
Well, dud is just like it's not something you want.
The younger generation seems to spot them. Everywhere.
Spot who? Oh, first world problems. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what you're.
Here too, man. Like the younger generation is just. They're done. Like they're so soft.
Them.
Yeah, we did.
We babied them in order because like we didn't get the love from our boomer parents, so we babied these ones, and then we created our own problem.
It is a psyop, bro. Like Eric, like it definitely is a psyop. Yeah, psyop. Like I think, and I think there's an agenda, right, to like make men softer and make men more feminine and make women feel like they need to take charge more. Or maybe it's not.
They do need to feel. I will say, I do notice they act like that for sure. Whether it's like a conspiracy thing or not.
Maybe. Right. Maybe it's just that the men are eating too much fucking soy and like not working out.
Right. Maybe it's all coincidental.
And maybe the women therefore need to pick up the slack from the young guys that are not doing it.
Well, that's just nature, right? Like somebody's going to dominate, and there's a lot of women that just like they could be spiteful too. You know, like.
Yeah.
So like they want to like lash out and be like, I'm the man. I'm tough. I'm gonna show you how tough I am. Like you've seen girls here, because like tries to be just tough as you.
They want to be that way. Yeah. I get what you're saying, man. As far as the duds, yeah, we got a lot of broken ones here too, bro. Like we got more than our fair share.
Every place there's going to be.
I don't know about every place. When I was in Asia, like. The dynamics between men and women was not this way.
It was very traditional there. They like tradition. That's the difference, right? It's like, and a lot of Asian cultures, they want to preserve and keep it even, like in Judaism, right? Like, yeah, right.
Well, yeah,
like, kind of. Like
it's about culture. It's preserving the culture and the tradition, but it's also a more of a matriarchy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
no, I get what you're saying. I get it. Yeah, preserve their tradition, their culture.
Whatever it is. Yeah. So here it's like very like new ideas, right? People like that. They like individuality, which is a great thing, but it also creates
problems.
Separation, right? We then only focus on our differences as opposed to finding common ground and like having a goal. you know? And like, or at least honestly, like respecting, like, all right, like you have another perspective. Why? Because it benefits you. I have this perspective because it benefits me. Why would I choose the vote for whoever doesn't benefit me? That's stupid.
It is. I mean,
Like,
I get
so
what
don't
you're
take it personally.
saying
Like,
about that is like, you know, like over here in the West, right? And this is like the United States, Europe, Australia, like the West, right? It's a lot more individualism, whereas in Asia, it's a collective.
We care
work
about
together.
offending other people. Like, and that's how, like, there is a way of society where we all know we play a part, right? And it's like you don't want to be the one to fuck it up. You don't want to be that bad.
A lot of shame.
Shame
Yeah.
on you. Like,
Yeah.
you idiot. Like,
Yeah. I felt it too, where it's like you say some stupid shit over there, and they're like, they just make you feel like fucking idiot
You're
without
dumb.
saying anything, even. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I used to tell him when my dad would be like,
Oh yeah, they do that.
sucking behind the teeth. But he won't even do the thing. He'll just like just judgment, just straight judgment.
Yeah.
Like just like
Yeah.
fucking dumb. Like,
Eric,
I wouldn't
thanks
do
for
that.
coming by, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it feels, bro. Like it's all about. I like toughening them up too, man. I get what you're saying. Like we got to do our job here, right?
Tough love is like something like I've received tough love all my life, so it was nice to be able to like understand like balance too. I need like soft love. I'm sensitive, right? But having tough love and understanding the sense where I'm like, I have to work for like my long-term self, right?
Mo,
Very
what's up, bro?
MOS is just Mo. Mo
Moes, welcome
Oh,
back, bro.
wow.
Yeah. He's been with us for a long time.
Oh, very nice. I haven't kept track of anything on what's going on.
Well, Jen's not been with us for what?
No.
A long time.
Well, yeah.
A year?
Probably.
At least.
Probably a year. About a year, probably. Yeah. It's been a long time. I had to do like my clinicals and stuff.
I remember talking to Mo when I was still on the East Coast. We were doing all the live streams on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Mo was always here.
Oh, very
Welcome
nice.
back, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's interesting to watch the similarities, but then the differences when between Asia and the U.S. or the West rather, and then like the Middle East and the West, because we've been in the Middle East.
Yeah.
We've seen the way they do things over there, which is radically different.
Yes.
Yeah,
I liked it there.
it's cool.
It was
It's cool.
cool. It's very cool. It is very different.
And again, in Asia, in the Middle East, it's more of a patriarchy, right?
It is.
Whereas here, it's becoming more of a matriarchy.
It is. Whoever they want to identify as, like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever,
LGB 5, 10,
like,
11, 12.
Matriarchy, patriarchy, but which one is it really? Because that like matters. Like that's gonna skew. Like if we did research on it, and because people identify as this, identify as that, there needs to be like some type of disclaimer. Obviously, like
there should be a lot of disclaimers,
yeah.
guys. What do you
this
think?
Golfer,
Jen gets another cookie if she gets a takedown on me.
Oh my god! I
Right.
just want the cookie.
I know she wants. We got her Girl Scout cookies, right? So when she gets
There's only
either
a few left.
when she gets a takedown, she gets a cookie. All right. So what we're
I
gonna
was
do?
tempted to steal a cookie before.
She was gonna get it. She's gonna try. But
I thought about it, but I was like, yo, if he catches me, he's like, he's definitely gonna be ass beating. So like, I don't want to do that.
well, what we're gonna
thought about taking that fucking cookie. It was like,
Oh yeah, you thought about it.
Oh,
It's
hell
good that you
yeah.
didn't try.
I think about a lot of things.
Oh,
and then
I know you do.
I figure it out.
All right, so let's do this. Let's put on a little music, and we'll let Jen try to get a takedown on me.
Oh my god.
No, here we
One
go.
leg or two?
You can do a double, you can do a single, you can do
Does
a
it matter?
double underhook. You can do whatever takedown you want.
Sorry.
Ready?
Okay. Every time.
Ah, yeah. Good job. Good job. Crazy.
Crazy.
How amazing was that, guys?
I'm only 5'3". Like,
All right. Get Get this music out of here.
I will say though, it used to take me like the first day when he's doing underhooks, I could not hook him. But then this, like, the more he's been doing it with me, I'm able to understand how to tighten my body. I'm like, get in there. I'm like,
yeah, she's doing great with her underhooks now, and those double unders to where she just it's almost kind of like a Muay Thai. Like she's doing great with that.
You're right. Being 5'3" is an advantage. It's good. It's easier for I'm much better at takedowns when sucks when I'm on my back. That's the worst is when I'm fucking pinned because get this one off me. Any man, to be honest, fucking 100 and something pounds on me, 180 pounds. I'm like, fuck. That was heavy. And applying pressure, top of the weight, and then the motion of doing it, I was like, oh, you get tired.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so true because you are shorter, right? So like the takedowns, you're great at them, honestly. And like when we're not on like a tile floor, you know, actually her wrestling is very good. Sure, her shots are great, honestly. And like I
focus,
I think it's a great takedowns are great for you.
Yeah,
you can definitely take it. And whenever you get the first, like whenever you take someone down, all the grappling is easier from there, right?
Yeah.
Whoever gets the first takedown, it's got a really good shot at winning.
Yeah.
So, and then today, when you beat that guy,
not in round 2, he tried to attack me. He was trying to be the aggressor.
And so what happened? He rushed in on you. And did you turn the tables and take him down? Or
yeah, we went to the ground. We both
took him to the ground.
We both because he charged at me. So I was just I grabbed him like
we both went down.
But then we ended up on the side. But because I tumbled up on top of him, I was able to get on top, and I was able to do side control. And I just applied pressure until he tapped. But it was a little bit like he couldn't.
So you were so tight
I wasn't
on him
even like
he wasn't breathing well, right?
He's out of he's out of shape.
That's awesome.
That's okay.
Oh, that's okay. Like,
yeah, it's all right. I told him I was like, you gotta work on your cardio.
Yeah, she's talking so much shit to this dude today.
He was like ready, where I was like, all right, let's go. He was like, I was not expecting that. I was like, and that's why you gotta be prepared. Like you don't know that I could take you.
I mean, that's the thing about
I didn't
fighting.
even think I was gonna take him though, to be honest. But I was like, damn. I was like, my intuition. I was like, it is good. My skill with all the training we used to do, still in there. But I think because I changed my gym workout, I'm very strong now, much stronger.
See, it never goes away, right?
It doesn't.
You have to sharpen your skills.
It comes like that,
but
right back.
It does come back.
It comes back very quickly. Yeah. Surprise.
And that's the thing about fighting is never underestimate your opponent, right? Because you could be fighting someone you think, I can beat the fuck shit out of them.
Yeah.
And it turns out you can't. Right? You just can't. You just never know. You never know who you're dealing with, and that's why I always tell everyone that I talk to about fighting, don't go out there and try to prove anything on the street. It's dumb. If you want to prove something, get in a controlled environment, spar, right? Yeah. Spar. Do it the legal way. At least that way you're not going to get killed, right?
Yeah, and it's also it's a safe environment, right? Here's the thing, when you're training, you also need to make it safe. You don't actually want to injure yourself and then be out of the game,
Leon, you should definitely get your 8th booster because I have shares of Pfizer. So you should definitely get 2 or 3 more of them at least. I would highly recommend it. I need you to get a lot more. Yeah, everyone needs to get more of them to be healthy. And if you're not getting your boosters, guys, you're clearly an unhealthy piece of crap. So as a Pfizer shareholder, get them, please. I insist. But no, don't. Anyway, I don't know how much we can talk about that now because before they were banning everyone who talked about that shit. But I think it's different now. I think we're okay.
I don't think they care about it.
We just can't say certain words, I think, still. I don't know. But anyway.
It's okay.
I'm not worried, honestly.
It's okay. No need to be worried.
But yeah, Leon, definitely go get those things, man. Fucking A. It's so concerning because I've got friends who were athletes. And I'm gonna try to talk around this, right? They got the thing and they had mad problems afterwards. So It's a fucking shame.
There's some people that did.
Some people that did.
Some
yeah,
people
yeah,
that
yeah.
did. You know, I feel very fortunate that like it's fine.
Yeah.
You know. So, but that's why it needs to be a choice.
But also, you
Right.
got to think of it like this too. Like a lot of people had the thing, and they got problems too. So it wasn't just from the thing; it was also from the
just
other
don't-
thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's all good.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Yes. Anyway, here we are. Let's go, Brandon. So here we
Oh
are.
my God, no. Please.
You know what's funny is
Sad.
we were talking. It's
Oh,
the
so
state of affairs these
sad.
days is fairly sad. We were talking the other day, and someone brought up politics. Maybe it was me. I don't know. And everyone was like a little uneasy, right? And so I said, "Well, let's not talk about politics. Let's talk about Middle Eastern politics." And everyone starts laughing, and we were saying, I think this is what we need to talk about. Like as far as like the political stuff goes, throughout the entire world right now, everybody is at war with each other.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I can't keep up with the countries because, like, yes, as a woman, like I care like a little bit, but not that much. But wars are not my thing. I hate wars. I like learning about history, but like war, and I'm like, asked him, I was like, "Babe, maybe we could do a map and show like who's at war with who." And he's like, "Girl, no, like that map will be like very confused cross because it's like this country supports this country, and it's like this big trail, and I just."
It's like, you guys ever seen
So
the meme
upsetting.
with Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he's got the big chart with like all the different lines connected to everything else. Hold on, actually, I can pull it up because it's fucking funny. Anyway, but Middle Eastern politics is like that. Always Sunny Philly, Always Sunny, Charlie.
Conspiracy map.
Wait, yeah, this is funny. Charlie conspiracy meme. Yeah. This is the one.
That one.
Let me
Mm-hmm.
click on this and make it bigger. All right, yeah. So that's the one I'm talking about, where he's like pointing at everything, and that's the way that like Middle Eastern politics is. Like, fuck, like this country likes this country for now, but they don't like this country, but they did like this country, but right now they're aligned with these guys over here who like really don't like these guys, but they're fighting for these guys. It's hard to keep track of.
Remember the thing on Instagram you showed me with the mouths talking in each country?
Yeah, I love that guy. The guy, the
That's
dude
funny.
on Instagram, the dude's name is, oh man.
I'd be surprised if you remember.
I know, but I
Like,
love that
okay.
page. Let me
Yes,
look it
I
up and
know.
give him a shout out, just because he
Okay.
deserves it, honestly.
It's actually he's very funny. I like when I can understand like history through like a very short like interpretation, right? Like these little interpretations like are very relatable and funny, and it's a very quick, easy way to understand such like problems, I guess, throughout history. Because I don't know what goes on in the Middle East. I'm very ignorant. I don't know. I try to learn, so I'm very open minded. So I don't really vocalize much. I'm very much like somebody who likes to keep peace. So it's just upsetting for everybody. I don't like anything, but.
Man, it would take me a long time to
I was like,
figure out who this
you're
dude is.
never.
I know.
I like. Why
I
would
do
you
love
even
that
try?
that page. Though.
I'll
good.
find it.
They're funny as fuck.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really funny guys I follow on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think you turned me on to them.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
It's just love the internet.
Yeah,
It's
that
great.
meme is great though. So, all right. So, do you want to discuss the whole Israel Palestine thing?
No, because I don't have anything to say about it. I was like,
All right.
I can listen to it fine, but like even then, I get like just hearing it just takes a lot out of me. It's like,
I think it's better not to discuss it either way. It's like crazy.
it's like because it's like everybody has like a different perspective on it, right? And it's hard. It's one of those things where I feel like there's like multiple truths, right? Like certain things are going on.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean? Why are you doing
Uh-oh.
It's so loud. Why you want another cookie? Baby, it's so ridiculous.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you I thought we were Why I always take them? I don't even want the cookies anymore.
Oh yeah, go.
God, I already did
She's
all
so
day
tired.
today. I
One more.
literally rolled in.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
Call
just
it.
like
Call it.
oh. I didn't want that.
The coolest thing about sparring with Jen is she's absolutely beautiful, and so when I spar with her, I always feel privileged. I feel something else too, but I don't say
Oh
that.
my god.
Tourniquet, Eximus.
Oh, Eximus.
Oh my gosh, you're a brilliant man. I like your way you think,
Oh,
bro.
so terrible. Eximus. I'm a little tired. All day, nonstop, just training. See, I don't know what that means. I don't know the names for all these things. I will tell you, when I watch things,
You know, I keep one of these in
I always
my
try to like do
martial
this
arts
and-
bag, because if we ever like with a real blade live night. Anyway, I keep one of these, so maybe at some point we'll break it out.
Ridiculous.
So,
Surprise
how do you feel about
me.
yourself ever doing a competition?
I get nervous because I don't want to fuck up my pretty face.
Wouldn't it be not like with a punching, but like what about like a
Oh.
grappling competition? Would you ever do it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would do that. I'm okay with grappling.
Yeah.
I wrestle men, like that's
Yeah.
fine. Like I'm like okay with it. But I only get a little nervous in the sense that like, or at least like I need to be prepared for like not everybody has good sportsmanship. And I've seen videos of like men, women, like just being fucking nasty like not good competitors,
Mhm,
right? Like
mhm.
you're not like being very respectful to the other person. Like why? Because you're a fucking sore loser, like or like you're a sore winner. Like it's just like
I was just shot in my right arm. Looks like a through and through on the bicep. But it's a kind of bleeding fairly profusely. We tried to cover it and apply pressure, but it's still bleeding through. So better hurry up because I'm actually.
Sir, we need you to be quiet.
Well, don't put it over the wound. It's right there. Yeah, you want to apply it high and tight, right?
Oh,
Armpit.
so over the wound.
Yeah. Well, don't. How about that? High and tight. There you go.
All the way up there.
All the way.
Even though the
That's
wound
it.
is there.
Yep. All right. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Sir,
Hurry
you
up.
are not-
Hurry up. Hurry up.
You are not
Hurry
making
up. Hurry up.
this any better.
Yeah, tighten that thing as tight as you can go. All right. Ow, ow, ow. Now when you hear me say ow, tighten it one click further. Oh, yeah, that's tight as fuck. All right. Now we're going to lock it in.
I'm not locking it. I don't remember. How do you lock it in?
Here, let's see.
Oh.
That's fine. Just leave it like that.
Okay. Wow.
We'll train up on that a little more later. Xmas, thank you, bro. Realized that she needs a little work on that.
It's like
Good job, though.
literally been like a year and a half, like or a year, whatever. Like,
Well,
it's been so long.
Listen, you're doing great. And I want you to know how great you're doing. And I
earned that.
you got it. You earned it.
I earned it. So
You got it. Listen, with
just doing your part, Xmas.
all of this training, like it's a lot, right? And it's like a lot for everyone to like. If you're a citizen warrior, right? It doesn't matter what country you're in. If you're a citizen warrior, keeping up with your medical training, keeping up with like the driver training, keeping up with the hand-to-hand combatives, keeping up with if you're able to, keeping up with shooting, and then everything in between that, right? Well, like if you're
Sleeping, eating.
well, yeah, to and your physical
Mhm.
conditioning, your weightlifting,
Mhm.
your cardio, like all
Work.
of that
Mhm.
falls into that citizen warrior, or just basically being a warrior in general. And it's like hard to keep everything sharp. Like in the military, right? It's like, oh, this week we're working on this. Next week we're working on this. You get paid to do this. Like it's pretty cool, right? Like depending on what your MOS is. So like, or if you're like when I was in the fire service, it's like this week we're focusing on medical stuff. Next week we're focusing on vehicle extraction. This week you get paid to do it, so you do it all day long. But with us, like no one's paying us to like study how to like put a tourniquet on or like
No,
study
not at all.
the various aspects of
It's
like
just a skill I want to have.
right. And it's
That's
great.
it.
It's great that we practice, but it's hard to keep up on this. And it's perishable skills is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Everything's a
Everything.
perishable skill. Like you don't use it, you lose it. But it is like riding a bike. Like things will like it comes back sometimes. Like, but it is important for me to remember in case you're passed out and he can't tell me directions on how to do the
Yeah.
turn. I was like, if you're unconscious, it's not gonna help me.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So I'm curious to know who's all with us still. I think Phil, you're still with us. Eximus with us. Is Mo still with us? I'm not sure. Who we talking to here? Let's do this. Jen and I are going to take a 2-minute break. All right, we're going to come right back to you. It's been an hour. We'll go for another little while. We'll chat with you guys. If there's any topics that you want to discuss, throw them in the comments. So when we come back, we can talk about them. We'll be right back, guys. We'll put on some good Cherry Blossom music. That's loud.
It's so loud.
That's better. All right. 2 mics and we'll be right back. Oh, we've been exposed.
I knew it'd be you to give us up.
Oh, constant shit.
Yeah.
We're back. What do you want to have for dinner tonight? We could do hamburgers or we could do pasta.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards hamburgers. We had rice before.
We did.
Yeah.
We had a quarter cup of rice between us.
I was so fucking hungry. Wait, can I say that? I can't say
You can say that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
I was so hungry. We rolled for like 2 hours. It's raining. It's like cold. I'm like literally there's steam coming off of us because like we're fucking like hot. Like it's hot.
You know,
So
we had some yogurt for breakfast
with some fruit in it.
with some fruit. And then we had like a warrior bowl each, which
Yeah,
was
after
rice,
the bowl,
vegetables,
yeah.
and ground beef.
It was really
So,
good, lots of spices.
I think
some
that
little
we
sauce.
I think we can have some calories tonight.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So
Okay.
we'll decide pasta or hamburgers.
Yeah. Cheeseburgers.
Cheese.
I want cheese. I love cheese.
Cheese.
I love cheese.
All right, maybe we'll have hamburgers.
Oh, Fucking German.
Although,
dry,
we are
like,
going to
ugh.
go to jiu-jitsu tomorrow. So if we had some pasta for carbs, it's not the worst thing in the world.
That's fun. All right. Oh, my pasta.
Well, we'll talk about it. All right.
Just want something savory. Ooh, maybe we could do pasta and ground beef, like a hamburger helper.
If we do pasta, we'll put ground beef in it for protein.
Okay.
But
Got me thinking about food. I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry too.
Like, that's why I was like, damn it. I'm like, chicken Alfredo. No, the heavy cream.
We also don't have any chicken. We got to go shopping tomorrow.
But I also I don't want to eat anything heavy.
Yeah.
We already did that a few days ago.
So we were in Las Vegas earlier in this week. We ate a lot of shit there.
It was so good. But that's exactly why I'm like, okay, back on.
I've not weighed myself, and I'm afraid to right now.
We're not even thinking about it. Just get back into diet, back into routine.
We're doing well. So do we think that it's important to learn outdoor survival skills in addition to fighting? I fucking love that question, bro. Thank you for it. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's not bad, but I think it depends on what you're doing, right?
Yeah. How much are you outside too?
Right.
Is it useful?
And where are you, right? Right. I think it's important to know some basics about how to camp, right? How to set up camp, how to basically start a fire, how to purify some water for sure. I live in the desert. So I think it's important for me to know roughly okay, if worst came to worst and I was stuck out a few hours away from civilization, could I get water? How do I do that? Right. So if you live in, and I know in Australia, there's a lot of different climates too. Right.
Right.
So I feel to learn the basics is, absolutely.
It's very applicable because even driving and you get into a car accident, you're deserted. Guess what? There's no cell phone service. You decide to go on some fucking trip, right?
But with that being said, I have a friend. His name's Cross. He is seriously, he trains like me, right? He always is going off to training courses. The dude does these wilderness courses where he's in the woods for a month at a time, with a knife and a knife and a poncho or some shit. It's that's awesome. I am too bougie for that. I do my infantry training twice a year for a week apiece, sometimes 3. And it's that's enough for me. Sleeping in a ditch with a freaking, even when I have a sleeping bag, I hate it. I hate it.
It's not fun.
I'm bougie though, but and Jen, do you like to camp? No, she does not like to camp.
I haven't liked it.
Her version of camping is a hotel room.
I will glam. I will be in a cabin. That's totally fine. But to be out in the woods, I used to do shit in my 20s, setting up the camp. I hate setting up the camp, even though there's convenient, easy way things. I fucking hate sleeping on the ground. Wasn't prepared very well who I was with. He didn't make it comfortable, right? So I just don't enjoy camping. I like conveniences like a toilet and a shower.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and these campgrounds, they're all right, but there's people close by, and I'm I don't want to see these people.
Phil, do you do a lot of outdoor survival training, man? And did you ever serve in the military, bro? Topic: what do mutual assistance groups need to train in, and in what order? I like that. So if you're dealing with a mutual assistance group, or some would call it a militia, but that's a taboo word. Small unit tactics. Honestly, small unit tactics. So, all that stuff. Mount, right? So urban fighting, definitely. Convoy stuff, radios, comms, and first aid. If you studied all that shit, you'd be a force. You would be a force, definitely. And then I'm obviously leaving stuff out, but within that realm or genre of small unit tactics, you can do small unit tactics inside an urban environment, small unit tactics in a rural environment. But if you train small unit tactics with a group of your boys and you have an assistance group here in Watson County and then here in Governor County, and then there's maybe you got another one out of state in, just picking out names of a hat here, Canner County, right? You should all be training together because from what I've seen, it doesn't take a long time for a group of soldiers or individuals to jive and learn to act as a team. But until you build that rapport within intra-team rapport, as far as a fighting force goes, you're not doing well. Like that's one of the reasons these special forces guys do so well is because number one, they train a lot. Number two, they train a lot together, right? And when like obviously they can do the job like not knowing the other individuals, but it gets from what I've seen, it gets a little funky. But if you have rapport with your teammates and like you don't even have to look at them, but you know like, all right, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna bound, right? And my boy's gonna cover me. He just knows, he looks over at me and he just like knows that I'm gonna get up and bound now. And then I'm gonna go down and he's gonna get up. And like we've done it so many times that like it's automatic for us. Like we know each other's body language and can anticipate each other's movements. You know, I know over here that like if I send John out with Sam, they're both solid on land nav, right? And like I don't have to worry about it. But if I don't know them, like I don't know how I could ask them, are you guys solid on land nav? But every guy's gonna say, of course, bro, I got this. But I know John and Sam. I know I can send them out, count on them to come back and like give me accurate, timely information. So, you know, and everybody knows the salute report and all of that. Like it's really essential that you get all of your guys together, and getting guys together who are not getting paid for it to train is like fucking herding cats. It is difficult. No, but if you can get guys together on a regular schedule, do a little bit of fire and maneuver stuff, right? Get them used to working together as a team, fire and maneuver, right? Like one guy sets, one guy fucking bounds, the other guys, you know, he gets set, these guys maneuver off. Like that stuff is so important because when the shit happens, and again, I've not been in a firefight myself, just to be clear. I've only been in miles firefights, right? And also like simulations. But I know that once starts happening, your adrenaline's like going like that, like you like things just fall apart.
Yeah.
But when you have that rapport as a team and you've done it again and again and again, it doesn't take long. It just takes like a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
Just like fighting hand in hand, it doesn't necessarily take long to learn the techniques, but to get it down to where you have it in your muscle memory, repetition. But that would be my advice to you. And comms, dude, comms is so important. It's like learning your SOIs and like, you know, the different like codes that you want to use on the radio, because obviously everyone's going to always listen to your radio traffic. Like learning all of that stuff is very important too. And then studying about, well, like, listen, like we're using civilian comms, like a Baofang or some stupid shit. Like people are going to be able to find us, right? So we don't want to transmit a lot. Like, what else do we use? Do we use alternate forms of communication? Can we use, I mean, like, do we literally just use runners and pass notes hand to hand like the freaking Taliban did? Or do we like, can we use maybe like some work it out as a team, but work it out before the shit happens would be my advice. But you've not done a military career, but you have done bushcraft survival courses. Did one with Snake Blocker, a Native American Apache dude who, when he came here many years ago, his perspective great. And dude, Apaches are no joke, bro. Out here, there's a lot of Navajo, and these guys, like, they're no joke either. They've taught me some pretty cool stuff as far as like bushcraft. Just in passing, they're smart. Like, you know, there's a bush out here that if you burn it, it keeps bugs away.
No.
It's cool. It's cool. And there's other bushes out here that are like edible and will sustain you in the desert. Like you wouldn't know that unless you talk to like some generations that grew up here, right?
Yeah. To know how to survive.
And besides, all you Australians, like literally I feel like as in my American perspective, you're all Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Like you all know some shit about bushcraft, I feel like. I could be wrong, but like
that's just rough.
It's harsh living out there.
All the animals, the insects.
Yeah, dude, everything in Australia wants to kill you, including the Australians. Like.
Yeah, like it's like scary there. I'd like to go one day.
I would love to go one day.
Just to Sydney, though.
I would like to travel around a little bit.
I guess.
Like, you know, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. Like, spend a month over there, right?
I would love to just go.
Yeah.
I get nervous.
I have a couple of destinations I want to do and like spend like a significant amount of time there, being like a month. Like Australia is one, India is another, and I want to just get lost in India for like a month. So I feel like Jen and I are getting probably pretty hungry now that we started discussing dinner.
I know I am hungry.
All right, so
These cookies can only hold me off for so long.
and so we have 2 more cookies left. That means she has to score 2 more takedowns on me. Not tonight.
Tell them.
Not no. They know now. So I'm gonna lock these away. I'm literally gonna hide them from her, and she's only gonna be able to get them when she scores a takedown on me. So we'll let you know how that goes. I promise. We'll update you on a subsequent live stream on if she was able to get both these cookies, and I have a good feeling she'll be able to. So, hey guys, it's been so great talking to you. We've loved catching up with the guys who have been back. Eximus, Mo, dude, all you guys, and Phil, bro. It's been a pleasure talking with you. I'd love to talk with you more. Hopefully you can stop by more of our live streams. So guys, until next time, please remember that you are your first and last line of defense. And Jen, what's your catchphrase?
Don't be scared, be prepared.
Be prepared.
That's right.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.